Yes,
Yeah.
That's where they, this one, that one right there.
Yeah, the garage is still half
That's the
empty,
one
so
that
they
got
must be new.
Okay. Who's this?
Hope we know him.
Harold Wade.
Harold Wayne.
These are.
Visitors allowed.
Hey, tell them to shake my hand.
Harold, this is
We have an ordinance.
Hello, you old devil.
Oh, you old, God, there's another wooden shoe.
This is most of the Hoogland family.
That's
from
it, huh?
All over the country.
Oh my gosh, all in one pack, boy, that's dangerous. We have an ordinance in this town. See, we got another couple Dutchmen, we got another Dutchman here now, you know,
Yeah,
Bill.
yeah, Van Halls.
Yeah.
Okay, tell them the states that are involved here.
Okay, well, we got
Louisiana, Texas, Florida,
Virginia.
Virginia.
Oh my
this
gosh.
is Patty
California.
from Virginia and her little baby.
Oh, you got a youngin' here.
Yeah, little baby.
And next to her is Dick from Florida.
Yeah.
And then we got,
Next to Dirk is Frederick, he's from Louisiana. And next to him is Jimmy, he's from Louisiana.
What are you, just out touring today then?
Yep, we're gonna tour, go out to the farm and go to Hollandale and see the museum. Big time tour.
then we're gonna go in and see Mom. Uncle Dick and I stopped to see your mom the other
Talked to your
day.
mother the other day.
Yeah,
Mom's
she's
in the
doing,
nursing home, too.
she falls now and then, and,
Yeah.
but Agnes hasn't been real responsive.
No.
Have you stopped to see her?
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
up there
but we're gonna
about a
try
week
it.
ago, and because I went up to see if I should bring Mom up, and I decided no.
Yeah.
And she was kind of a little
Sometimes.
worse than left field that day.
Yeah. When I took Mom down there, well, that's a couple months ago now, then, you know, they weren't able to communicate with each other either, so, yeah.
Well, you know why the Dutchmen wear wooden shoes, don't you? Keeps the woodpeckers off their head. Difference between wooden shoes and cowboy boots?
Oh, here we go.
Cowboy boots, the shit's on the outside. Okay, have a good
Well,
time.
you didn't realize you were the first one on this tour we're going on. See, you are one of the main points.
Have a good one. Good to see you.
Yep.
We're gonna move that cowboy.
We'll look at our card.
Ask Carol,
Oh,
see
yeah.
how it goes.
Community garden. Carol,
Yeah.
did you hear that?
No, what?
About the Dutch?
Between cowboy boots and wooden shoes.
No.
Cowboy boots are shipped on the outside.
Did he just tell that?
Well, then about the,
See this color?
About the
wearing the wooden shoes, why they wear wooden
woodpeckers.
shoes.
Keep the woodpeckers off.
You hear him say
He's
why
also the guy that
Dutchmen
painted
wear
the trim
wooden
and
shoes?
overcharged the
It keeps the woodpeckers off
Is
their
that
head.
awful?
We should have all jumped out there and whipped him.
Were you Dutchman?
Yeah.
And these were her very good neighbors that really
He built all these houses that day.
Slow down, Chuck.
Hospital there.
Oh.
Can you get it?
Yeah.
You want me to back up?
Yeah, back up a little bit.
Okay. Well, the rhododendrons.
Why don't you take a picture of the house?
Let me take it on the camera. Let me just take a shot right here. I can't get.
They've taken.
You didn't like what they said about Dutchman either, did you, Dale?
Those living ones are.
Got a basement in it, too.
Yes. Does it have a basement? I'll have these. Really?
Yeah, that's got
They'll start. In fact, I had to go to Geneva to school for 1 year.
This is the beginning of the farm.
Ravenhurst.
Beginning of the farm right here.
This side of the ditch.
Okay.
This is Mom's land right here.
Oh, right on front.
Well, it goes back.
I think we're gonna pull in the yard.
Right about here is where the house stood,
Okay.
where the house stood that you guys lived in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You mean right
It
there?
was about right in
In the
here.
middle of the
The
field.
grandma's house in Hollandale, we're gonna see it after.
Yes, it's
We
just
moved the
that-
house to Hollandale.
You actually
She's
picked
got
the house up and
couple
moved it.
renters. This is all rented to
They actually picked the house up and moved it.
And it's
Yeah.
the same
Didn't-
renters
didn't
since
build
that
or
was along. And then he's got 40 acres over up here further in Walter's Mill Flat.
This was 80 acres when we bought it.
Now this is the farm. This is it.
These trees are already growing, I think.
Isn't
Oh,
that
he's
changed?
full grown up.
This used to be all lawn over
Oh, they sighted the younger.
I remember coming from that side.
What did Denny say he was?
He's too young for me.
Oh, they got some hogs.
the old garage.
I remember.
When did your folks move?
This garage here, I thought was new.
Yeah, it was.
You don't look new anymore.
That's the last time I was here.
Sitting in the barn.
Your dad and your mom walked across the street there so carefully.
Ah, we got the dog.
This may get old, huh?
She's coming out. We want it back.
Can't have
Hi, how are you?
Just fine.
That was my dad. This is my dad's brother.
Okay.
I used to sleep up there in that, behind that window.
And I'm Lois. I'm Chris's, and I'm Mrs. daughter, oldest daughter.
All right.
Okay.
Hi, and I'm Don.
He's from Dallas, Texas.
I'm Jim.
I'm Fred, Louisiana.
Louisiana.
There, I'm Chuck.
I remember you.
Yeah.
That and the one in the
You got
base
the
jacket
cap on.
is my husband, Bud, and we live in Duluth.
Hi.
You remember?
Look at those, they got piggy back in the pig pen.
I know it. I used to.
Cause you used
I
to-
used to take care of pigs over. What happened? Did you tear the garage down?
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
It was, well, that tree was growing up right next to it. Then it kind of.
That's a box elder tree.
Is that a box elder tree?
That's what it was when I took leave. Samples for.
Why, this place is really growing up.
Yeah.
Oh, the trees, yeah. And we
Yeah.
planted these along here. There was that great big maple tree out there.
Yes,
and that
that's gone.
died.
Did it die?
Another big, there used to be a big, that was a Dutch elm.
Oh,
out
yeah.
here, and that died. We had to take those down.
Is there still a chain growing into the tree here?
Yeah, and that one right there.
Yeah. a big
Was the
hook.
old pump still there when you moved here?
Yeah.
Well, you put a well cap on it.
We put in a different well.
Yeah.
The other one got a hole in the casing or something, and he turned down the water one day and got nothing but sand. Just,
How far do you have to go for water?
it really wasn't that far, I don't think.
Well, Dick, in the old days,
Yeah.
there was a fence around
know.
here,
There
wasn't there?
used to be a fence around here.
You know,
It was
And
before they started.
over here, it seems like you had some cows over here
Cows
at one
The
time.
pasture was, the fence goes
Yeah.
here, and then the pasture on the other side.
We leased all this land so it could be done.
And later
really?
they
Really interesting.
done some, plowed it up and done some planted potatoes and
This
stuff.
garage was built in about 50.
Well, there used to be some potatoes over here too, weren't there at one
And that
time?
winter,
And,
On the other
and
side
onions?
of the other side of the trees here,
Yeah.
that's all farmland
Grandma
back there.
Hoogland went to Holland. And so that left
And that went
Mom
right up
and
to the house
Carol.
where you guys
Yeah.
live.
And
And
years old.
that was just
And,
a
one
lot where
Sunday
the house
morning,
stood.
it had
The
snowed.
land came around.
And we were gonna go off to church, and the car was parked in here, and the garage was new. And my mom was afraid to back out into this.
Didn't we learn how to play the first time we came back on tell Denny? I remember he was being a lot younger and was a pest there for a while. When he was
Let me get the camcorder. I want to get one of you and everybody. Bring back a lot of...
He used to come spend some time with him here in the summertime too.
Okay, well,
A couple weeks at a time.
I spent the night here, you know.
See, this was a porch. They closed this in. This was a porch.
Yeah. We stayed upstairs, I remember that.
Yeah. And I was telling Carol, you remember the when they came from Holland?
And we're in Hollandale now.
Yeah. This is Hollandale. That picture of me when I was on the blanket is about right in there. Because well, I remember this tree here where they chopped it down, because I remember robins laid eggs in it and see those blue eggs here on the ground once in a while.
Where? Let me video.
And there's a cistern. There was a fence along here. I'm gonna go out to the street and right in there was the little house where we lived at one time. That's the little house we were living in when Donald was born. The one that's now been moved to town into Hollandale. with you. The little white house that I was born in, they moved it to town, remodeled it, and Grandma moved to it. That was the porch. It looks like some huge concrete blocks. Why don't you put it around here and somebody take a picture of the four of us sitting in front of the house?
Yes, that's what I was thinking about.
These trees, these were all planted as windbreaks from the north because of the cold winter wind. And whenever this was growing up there, they had a lot of machinery, the old trucks and farming implements.
I remember all the implements in out there.
Kept right in
Stand
there.
over there by the windbreak and I'll take a picture of them.
I think the last time we were here, that was a big onion patch. Then all that pasture was onion patch. Then we don't own this across the street. Then I remember too, that was all potatoes at one time. That whole big field there.
That's changed on us, because I hadn't been here many years either. That was a porch. And that's all closed in now. 'Cause that was a screen porch, and that's it. And all around, a screen porch. Yeah, and the living room, we have two living rooms. This one and on the other side for winter and summer. In the winter, this became the dining room, and the other side became the living room because it was warmer on the south side in the winter. And then in the spring, we moved the furniture around again, and that was the dining room, and this was the living room here. And that was their bedroom, the master bedroom, which is now all dining and living room. And this was a screen, this was a porch here. And that's the bathroom up there. And there's only two bedrooms up there. They're great bedrooms. At the two sides.
I remember staying up there when we lived in the village. I'd come down here and stay with you down there for these 3 months.
He's out there.
Yeah, the old porch is gone.
There, Dennis.
Did they enclose the porch or
Yeah, it's all, it was solid screen, nothing but solid screen.
Boy, those hydrangeas are really spread out.
It was solid because in the winter, in the summertime when it got too hot in the house, I used to sleep out on the porch. I had a davenport type thing that folded out and leather. Yeah, from, 6 or 8 feet in and around, and on the other side, that was all screen.
I remember when that tree, it seems like there was another tree right here.
What, the maple here and the maple there. They came from Maple Island when we moved here. Dad and your dad and my older brothers, they went to Maple Island and got those trees and dug them up and brought them here. And that's where they were. The septic tank is under here, and the tiles run into the main tile and into the ditch.
Now, is this just Uncle Case's house, or was this your parents'?
This is where we came from. We came to America. And then when Graham and I moved to Hollandale, we moved that house to Hollandale and remodeled it. And that's when Case and Egg moved in here.
They were living in the little house before.
Yeah. When they
moved
started out, they lived in the house next to this one. Case had 40 acres there, and he farmed this. And John also helped farm some of this over here, and Bob did later too. And Case and I first, your folks lived, the Clems lived there first in that little house we called the Beach Shack. And then your folks moved in there when they came back from California. And then later Case and Egg moved in there for a while.
I was trying to remember, I must have been 4 or 5 years old. Because we moved to Madelia well before I started the first grade. And you said we moved to Freeborn before
I
Madelia?
think you lived in Freeborn first. Madelia was your last place you lived.
Yeah.
When you went to Louisiana.
Yeah.
Right, and you lived in Freeborn first.
Okay, we moved to Louisiana from Madelia.
Right.
So everything I remember was
You
about Madelia.
You went from Freeborn to Madelia, and that was not too long in Freeborn.
I don't remember Freeborn.
Wherever old John Mills
How
went.
far is Madelia from here?
I can't answer you. We'd have to look at the map.
You look like
guys had just moved to Ruston, because you were still living in the dorm.
Hi.
All right, how you doing?
Living in the dormitory. But you from Austin, aren't you?
Last time I checked.
Yeah, we'll go by there after a while.
Okay.
Oh, your
But
mom
this
looks
is
good.
this was
Yeah?
this
I tell you, she's so happy to be here.
Oh, I can tell, yeah. She said Denny was worried about me, but I told him I'm still getting around. I'm still in my own house. I can do you.
I want to follow him and listen to some more.
Yeah, and this was a garden here for a while. They have two big gardens in here. And then later they made a garden there.
Well, we used to have some plum trees and some plum trees in here when I was
Yeah,
little.
oh yeah,
Wow.
this wasn't like this before.
Yeah, my recall of this area here is
It's all
open, there
open.
was a lot of machinery.
Yeah.
So the painting over there, some plum trees in here, and the garden.
Remember the windbreak being there, they were all fairly small trees.
Right.
See, Dad
The
wanted
roll
to
back
see.
there.
He and even that direction. When he looked out his kitchen window, he wanted to be able to see the road.
Oh.
Mother could never have curtains. She had to have curtains that he could push aside so he could take everything on and pull.
So he didn't
It's a
want
nut tree, I
solid
think.
windbreak.
A nut tree. What kind of a nut
I
tree?
don't know.
Yeah, you know, he kept it cut down.
This looks at the leaf
I
formation.
remember there was like there was a hunk of birch, but there was a big
Weeping birch.
Yeah.
birch
Weeping
on it.
birch. Probably where that piece is sitting right there. And then there used to be a lot of big cottonwood
There were
trees.
old little poplar trees here, and they had to finally take them down because they were hitting the Highlander.
And then those pines right there, Dad planted 3 of them, and the one in the back there is more squatty.
Yeah.
Well, we always played 500 out in the front yard here with Dad, and when he hit the ball, he always hit the top of that one tree off, so it made it squatty and didn't grow up, you know. 'Cause he'd always play ball with us out here.
And then the Mexicans used to live over here too. When we moved the garden over to the other side, then this space over here, the Mexicans had tents and stuff in the fall.
Oh, yeah, I remember the Mexicans were migrant workers.
Yeah,
working
really
on
lizards too often, huh?
Oh, I know, she's a...
You remember the one year that there were so many lizards when I was a little girl?
There were a lot of
A
lizards.
lot of lizards.
And
Oh.
there was also when the Mexicans lived
Push
here.
up right there on that bench.
One night, they were in their sleeping bags or in the tent or something, and the garter snake got it curled in.
Make see where sheep
Yeah,
broken.
yeah.
That was something.
They're all different windows. We put them in different windows. Yeah, look.
Oh, is there?
No, it's not.
There's Jenny's one.
Yeah, I want to get, well,
Dick.
I am Dick. Yeah.
tricky dude.
Wow.
Yeah, she does, doesn't she?
Well, doesn't he look it? I'm the oldest. I know it don't look it, but well, I don't get
Anybody to me, so they all look him.
Well, I'm Jimmy.
And you're Jimmy.
I'm Jimmy.
The light third one.
And then there's the younger son.
You met Frederick yet?
Yeah, Frederick the Young.
Frederick, I remember his name.
Yeah, he's the youngest. Donald's over there with the,
Frederick is there.
Jane, they got sisters.
No, we didn't say anything.
No, I was asking him
Oh,
about her. She isn't here.
No, she's not here.
Where is she?
Shreveport, Louisiana.
Well, aren't some of you still in Louisiana?
Oh, I am. I'm from Louisiana, and Fredericksburg, Louisiana. Vic's from Florida, and Donald's Dallas, Texas.
Was one of you in a nursery?
That's Frederick, yeah.
Is he still in the nursery?
How are you doing with the camera, Dad?
Is it on program?
You know you are. You're the youngest.
And he was in that sort of
Take a picture of you.
Taking a picture of you taking a picture.
He almost fell off of his chair. So we had nice time.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
Cafe.
Yeah.
It's 11 o'clock now.
Oh.
We'll get the barn before we leave. The barn's had new siding put on it, hasn't it?
It's the same place, but it's not, that's not the same.
it's got new siding on it.
Yeah. Well, you know, the haymow opening used to be on this end.
Yeah, I remember all of that as being cultivated out through there. I think
Well, see, that's the farm.
mostly onions.
Mom's is all that back there. And it goes all the way, see that clump of trees right back of the horses
Yeah.
there? On that road, that's what we called the Vobble place. That's Mom's.
To that first clump of trees over
That
here?
clump of trees way over there.
Oh, way over there.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know that this back part right is here, but maybe where those trees start there goes back. It goes back over.
Yeah.
See where that semi is driving over there? The land goes over to that road.
Oh, where the truck is?
Yeah. And that's
Okay.
where the Mexicans used to have their homes, in that clump of trees there. We call that the Vobble place. Daddy bought that land later. Oh, I thought you wanted to take her with those sows.
Wrong pig.
You want another one?
Mine just ran out of film, so I gotta get loaded again.
Overview back.
Yeah, put me up against this old tractor. At least you didn't ask me to go on that back road.
You know, you get one shot of with the house background of all the blood skins.
Yeah, and let me. Yeah, I'll video all y'all up there.
My camera's empty.
Yeah,
Oh, and that cute little coat back there.
Isn't that colt adorable?
Like, you girls always wear horses.
Yeah. Yeah.
One can pale vegetables. Stir.
That's it.
Salt
So
to
this-
taste. Pour
This
into
was
dish.
the old
Sprinkle with
Grandpa
chow mein
Mills's
noodles. Bake
farm
at
right here.
400 degrees until a brown crust forms.
That was the driveway.
What's it, out in the field?
He farmed
Yeah, there
this
used to
land
be a
here.
house
He
there.
farmed this land here. Right.
Was a house there, but not anymore.
This was the Mormons then. This is where I met.
Boy, this is great stuff. Marshmallows and jello.
That's my
Great dessert.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Salad. Never call it
How long did
Yeah, okay, I remember meeting them there.
the jello, commonly eaten with a
See a
spoon.
horse
the old
out there?
school
Send me
was.
another napkin.
We're
will
right
you?
here in this field
barbecue's
over
not
there?
too
Yeah,
bad
that's
for
where I went to
running
school
down
for
my
5
arm.
years.
Was
Now,
there
The
Dennis and
barbecue
them
should not be
go-
confused with the Minnesota taco, pronounced taco.
Well, if they had a This thing really needs another door.
You drop something there, somebody.
That's mine.
That'd be so neat to get something like that.
When we, in order to stay on our schedule, we're
I
going to
know.
have to go here, then we're going to look around.
I know. Did you get all these windmills on the telephone?
These windmills are on every pole in town. You see over there, town of Hollandale. The water tanks. I want to get your shirt.
I'll get my shirt.
Get your shirt.
Heck with me, huh? All that kind of stuff too.
Oh.
So we thought we'd dress the part, you know.
Last time I was here was
Now you
almost
are,
50 years ago.
your name is
I'm Dick Hoogland.
Dick.
I'm the younger one.
I'm Francis Pico. I don't know if you know him or not. Francis.
No, I was a kid when I was here last.
What? Fred, you know it's fine.
Biggest spot.
Hey, jump out with the little red tag is where you sit.
What?
With the little red tag is where you sit.
Oh.
Nobody gave us
We didn't hear that.
Nobody gave us truck.
Where do you want me to sit? My hair's so big.
Yeah, anywhere. I don't think you can get in over there.
Do I want to get to be in there in case I decide to take a picture? I just have to crawl. We got room for another one here.
windmills on the corners.
Yeah, no, that's what I was,
Well, it looks like they're on all the power poles up and down the street here.
That's another.
Right here?
Way down there, yeah.
What? How about this one right here?
This one, I don't know what this was. I can't remember. This was an apartment building. Used to have the post office in it 2 years ago.
Oh, this building right behind you here?
Yeah. Mrs. Dykstra lived in it.
Dykstra, hey, yeah, right behind us.
I don't think I ever walked down the streets before.
This is where Doc and Dorothy had their station.
That was Doc and Dorothy's. Yes. Lois, did you meet somebody that you...
Well, yeah, after Chuck points them out to me, I might not have recognized them otherwise. You mean in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The slanted roof on the back, that was added.
Uh-huh.
That was the kitchen.
When Grandma had it,
That's the kitchen.
when Grandma had it, wasn't that porch open?
This little house.
It wasn't enclosed, was it?
Mm-hmm.
That porch wasn't enclosed when Grandma lived there, was it? It was screened, wasn't it? The new addition there?
Oh, that was green at first.
That's what I
Right.
thought.
That's
Yeah.
right. At first it was.
Clean this out.
And then you went in the house and you sit in the bathroom.
So it was just them living there?
Hmm?
It was just your mother living there?
And my Aunt Needla went.
There you go, Don. That's how Netherlands app.
I know she had a garden
Did you just get that camcorder done?
Yeah, I got this.
Oh, is that right?
Come on down.
I can figure out how do I tie it into the ground.
And storage areas, you know, they load them in.
Potato, this is all for potato crop?
Yes. And this Paul Jones, you know, they'll buy your potatoes from you, and then there's the
Standpoint, this sounds great. You reckon we
on
could,
there.
one of us could run for some office up here?
Yeah.
I'd love to have that kind of advantage.
Windmill brand,
Maybe not down where you are, because you got so many crops right locally that. But these all have washing plants, and there's even some in the back over there where they put load them in bins, and then they take them over. Do they have stuff underneath the ground here that brings them over?
Get out there.
Do we ever see windmill brand vegetables, potatoes, or onions?
No. Where does it say that?
See on the Hollandale
Down there.
Marketing Association?
Oh. No,
Once
I've
in a while,
never
a
had.
far away on a bag, I'll see.
There he goes.
He says, uh-oh, they saw me.
When you pointed at him.
Somebody was when he stopped.
When did they move the house from here?
So this is where you was born, now.
Well, not in this location, but in that building.
You're born out on the farm, wasn't you?
Yeah, it was out the farm. Yeah, we lived in this house. See the original house, where you can see the original roof line?
Yeah, this
that's
part
an-
of the gable goes this way, wasn't there, was it?
Yeah,
It just straight
this
shut
little
down
part
there.
out here was added on, and that part in front was added on. Don't take a picture of every bird you see.
Which part was added?
And she was just a young working girl in Albert Lee when we were staying on the farm. There was nothing she could do about it. So, and Carol and Arnie lived in Maple Island, and she was pregnant. So, and Grandma was 80 years old, barely hobbling along. So that's where I went. And I stayed. This bedroom was room for a single bed and a third bath. And that's where I was for 2 weeks. My uncle brought me.
I bet these people wonder what we're doing walking around.
Well, Donald talked to Ted. He was sitting at the counter there. He lives here. Ted,
We're gonna go check your house out.
And we told him that we were gonna.
Oh, is that who he was talking to? I thought, how did
Yeah,
you know
Matt
that
and
man?
Ted were sitting there, and he was telling Ted that he'd probably see a lot of people around his house here in a few minutes. Sir, and a storage place, shelves for all canned goods and stuff, and place there where we hung all our clothes. So we had to walk through the house to get whatever we needed closet-wise. So
But then
that was in this end here.
But then when we lived in it, the main bedroom was on this side,
Yeah.
and there was just a narrow one on the other side that was closet. We all slept in that one bedroom. There was, Mom and Dad had their double bed. There was room for a chair in between it with the alarm clock on it. And then Carol and I, as we grew, we ended up sleeping on a rollaway bed in there. And there was a dresser and a cedar chest.
So you made a closet out of Dick's bedroom, huh? Converted his bedroom into a closet?
Well, originally it was our main bedroom, and then the other side that was Grandma's bedroom was just a narrow closet and storage
And
closet.
how many rings was your telephone number?
2 shorts and a long, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's Ted.
And then I worked at Paul Jones here. That's where I was working that year. I remember that.
So it was like a development thing, but it was brand new when you moved into it.
Yeah.
And that's,
I think they had
Somebody
about
lived in it
10
first.
farms built around here that they brought people into.
you knew, before you left the old country, you knew you was going to come to this house.
Yeah, they well in Holland.
The sponsor lived in Iowa, and then after the Iowa deal,
Well, we knew those people.
but the Omaha, Nebraska land company that did all that made this arrangement with y'all in Holland, didn't they?
Right, and not just Holland, but from Iowa and from Michigan, they wanted Dutch people in here because they were this type of soil. It's wet. Holland is that way too, and the farming country up north. But in Holland, in the northern part of the country where you were, you came down where Lola and Teddy lived, that is a dike really. And then up farther is the Hollandale dike, which is the first, which is the old dike. But way down, they were starting another one.
Yeah, and they said they're going along now. Sweet water on this side of the road and salt water on that side of the road. So it's sweet and salt when they talk about Holland.
But to say exactly how the transaction was, I don't remember that.
Well, now, all right, y'all live out on the farm in this house. Is that what you're saying?
It was north of the farm. And that's where
Okay. And Grandma lived in the big house. Then what y'all did was just kind of
exchanged.
exchange. You brought this house down here, and y'all stayed out there, and Grandma and Dick came here.
But I think as some of the boys got married, they always lived in it a little bit. I think my mother said they lived in this.
Oh yeah,
for a
They
little
lived
bit.
in there for a little while too.
Because Mother and Daddy lived there
Well,
too.
Dean lived in it, the Flims lived in it for a while. It used to be a beach shack with some people living in it that would work on the farm. That's where it first started, and that's what it was built for. And then the Flims lived in it for a short time, and then John Winifred, and then Bob and Hazel,
Bob and Dean.
Bob and Dean, and then you.
Now I wasn't born in this house, but Carol
No.
was.
You were born
Carol
in the house,
Yeah.
the first place they lived in, the 40 acres south of the farm is where
There was
Pete
another
Jack
house there, I
started.
guess, and that's where I was born.
That house wasn't there anymore now. You didn't
That was
see
kind
it.
of behind the Mills place then.
No, right next to the
No.
farm.
No, right next to the farm.
A couple hundred feet south.
Well, we went down the road there, and you said that there was 40 acres over there that belonged to your mother.
Oh, that Dad bought later on. That was way. That's at Loudon. Dad bought that later.
He bought that, and down at the end of this road and left, which we call North Side, I guess it's still called North Side. They owned how many acres?
20 acres.
20
There's
acres.
20 acres over there.
40 was the mountains there.
And the rest is the around the house there. I think it's.
There's still some back there behind West Side.
Yeah, that's the 40 acres that you just talked about.
Yeah.
I pointed out when our water was behind that
But
ditch
they
there.
got 200 acres of home site, and then 40
Just
and
land.
20.
No, 200 total.
200 total.
Total.
She rents it out
What's
by.
the land value worth here? Farmland value.
Gosh, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that lately.
Over the years, it depended on what kind of soil it was too.
It went
The
down
land
so
up there
long.
wasn't expensive as the land down around the Maple Island. That's some of the most expensive land because it had deep soil.
Oh, yeah, when we drove in from that direction, I mean, you just see it.
Because if you got real
black.
deep peat soil, it's where you got to be careful about fires and smoking, because once it starts, a lot of that stuff just
I
keeps
think it was
going.
burning when we were here in 47.
Yeah.
There's a
It was
place
way
south
back.
of, north of
From
Maple
down deep.
Island
Yeah,
that
but I
really
don't know
burned
that
and
it
burned.
does
They couldn't get it
anymore.
out.
By the farm it was burned too.
Is it?
North of the farm, that Poulter up there.
Yeah, that was burned.
But north of Maple Island was one of the worst peat fires we've ever had. They just couldn't get it out. It took a lot of water from it. Because it goes deeper and deeper into the soil.
Everyone's homing in. Love, Murphy.
Need one more roll of freon.
I'd love to come down and play I have to wait for somebody to ask me.
Well, you know, I probably can't use all my everything.
There's an old potato digger.
Amara has it. She's driving in circles.
So this is made to look like the old Dutch windmills, wasn't it? So these are the different style windmills.
It's one windmill after another.
This is the lady that's here, right here, helping us. And that lady that's
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, these here are just pictures of them breaking ground for the windmill and stuff like that. That's all. They're going to have a lot of stuff. Hope to have a lot of stuff.
Well, we have one.
We have one in the this fall, 26th or something of August.
Oh yeah.
We're having usually every 2 years we have a harvest festival here, and then they have a big parade and stuff like that.
They come from pretty far around then.
Well,
for this?
around this community, yeah, they come from Alberley, Austin, Owatonna, all over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do. We used to have pretty good crowds, and we have food stands and everything. You know,
Yeah.
just nice.
H-U-I-S.
Yeah, that's a
That's
Dutch. H-A-U-S. That's Heis. Yeah. Heis.
okay. That means the same thing as house.
Yeah, that's a house. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. This used to be my husband and his twin brother's garage.
Oh.
This was the
Verdorn Motor Service.
Oh. And you just decided to make a museum out of it?
Well, the city bought it, and so then they said, well, we could have so much of it. Fire, and they've got part of it and everything too. So we just got this way down here and then up this way.
Oh yeah.
You got a water fountain in there?
No.
No.
Should have. We always have to run over to
right?
this garage here. It's got water there.
You got water
That's
over
it.
there? I don't
Even up
chew
to
tobacco and I need it when I'm full.
Oh, you!
9 years later.
I thought you could get away from that.
Yeah.
You know, on these affluents.
I signed you in.
Okay. All right.
Well, is this the one I got already, I think?
Yeah, that's where you got it. You bought that. Anybody wants one, they'll buy it.
I want to get some
If anybody wants
postcards.
a membership,
Too.
just a membership, you can buy that too.
We got more stuff.
Oh, some of these shirts or caps or hats or something. And then we have books.
Oh, Vera's over there.
Yeah.
Books too.
Probably end up having to do one down.
Personal. Where did you come from?
Lots of pictures. I haven't even looked at any of it yet. You know, a lot of different vegetable growers.
That's Agnes's.
It's Agnes's refrigerator with
yeah.
a name on it.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
get you on that.
Yeah, I remember that refrigerator.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, here. Get it.
You remember when Grandma had this? Yeah, she had black and white little magnetic Scotty dogs on top of it. She put things on.
Is that right?
She had Scotty dogs on top of it.
That's something.
Well, I got my name up there on the board.
You do?
Yeah.
Isn't on yet, but it will be.
Gonna be up there.
And we ever find a little magnetic Scotty dog, and we take over them on there.
This is a permanent wave machine.
Oh.
This is the way ladies used to get
Oh,
the
so
permanents.
it heats those
Yeah.
curlers there.
Yeah, no, so this is dangerous.
It's from 1927.
Yeah, in the area.
It looks like it'd be pretty efficient.
Looks like we're on a suicide
Well, you live in Virginia,
You wouldn't want to put your feet in water.
No, my dad is in Hampton.
Yeah, Dirk, but I say, John Hogan, when he farmed it, was in the
Now,
South
where's
City
that
States.
beet knife that I
Wait, who went down?
She gave him, and she said, I asked him to give it.
Knife.
Oh, there it is, there it is, okay.
They left
Oh, those are old Dutch skates, huh?
Yeah. Yep,
Ice skate.
and I remember we used to have a skating rink just north of where the store and the restaurant is, right on the other side. Is where we had the skating rink in the wintertime between Paul Jones, and we walked by it when we came from Grandma's house. And some of the old Dutchmen were still using these Dutch skates.
They brought these over from Holland?
Yeah. When I was in Holland, they still use this kind in Holland too, but you're not so darn high off the ground. I liked them. They were good to skate in.
Here's Agnes's sugar beet knife.
What is that?
Sugar beet knife, Agnes's. And here's the sign that says.
Oh, when they were harvesting sugar beets?
Yeah, when they
cut them off?
used to dig them up, put them in a row with the tops and all, and then the stoop laborer would reach down, pick up the beet, put this in the beet, and then fold it and chop the top off of it, and then it would get thrown in a row again, then this machine would come along and load them up in the truck.
Huh.
Here's the window.
Let my shell go with it. I just stood and what's that? Don't you guys always back and forth with the disc and all?
And onions.
Did you see these pictures of the dust storm back in 1930? It closed the ditches right up. It blew right down and closed the ditches, and then they had to get these drag lines and clean them out again.
Oh, it'd blow and fill up the ditches, huh?
Yeah, the dirt would just blow. Here's Bill Blocker. He was an old friend. He was a friend of your dad's. Right there. There he is, right there.
The third grade, yeah, where we live, the right and the...
Rice Lake Road. Now here's a bunch of water, you know.
I want to be able to read
Never, one year it'd be dry, and the next year it would be. Here, look at these old trucks with the loads of sugar beets on them.
Yeah. They paid on, yeah.
Any family members in any of these pictures?
I'm just trying to look. Dad gave me a couple when we moved off the farm, and I tell you, I guard them. Well, Mom had some more in the basement when we got our house now. So Chuck got them for me, and when I went over there, so now I think I have 4 or 5. But I'm always so afraid, you know, somebody comes down in our garage and needs something, so they, well, in the backyard, and I have to hide them under somebody's.
Outside.
289.
Hollandale,
I'll stop on the other
289.
side of town and get that. Well, she was home for a few months before here, and before that she was in a nursing home in another town for about 6 months. She had a fall a year ago last winter and went into a nursing home because it wasn't available. And then she decided she wanted out. So she several years ago when she went home. And then she was there through the summer from March until last fall. And then she hurt her knee and couldn't walk anymore, so that's when she went again.
Yes, it'll be 22 years now this fall.
Doesn't seem that long ago.
No,
No, it doesn't. It really, really does.
I still see them every once in a while, you know. This is pretty. They got.
Yeah, those flowers do so well on the
It's
sunlight.
been watered. They put it out and they water.
We used to have an oak tree there. Oh man, good grief.
Wild tree coming up. Oh, look at the flowers that have been on that.
That's a pretty one.
Look at the tree there. We need a snipper, don't we? We need a saw.
Oh, isn't it beautiful?
Aren't they though? This was gorgeous. Oh.
What's that? Flash wouldn't help on that. Would flash help on that?
I wouldn't think you would need one. There's light directly on it.
I don't guess it hurt though.
No, a flash wouldn't hurt it.
This was on her. This was she had, by the driveway there was a whole row of these bushes, and it was taken from her house there in Hollandale. And look at the flowers. Oh, God. That is fun. They're still big.
Any other relatives out here?
Not that I know of, no. Not on my side.
What have you got? Where did Bug go? Have you got a knife?
Cases, all the whole.
There's some rhubarb in there?
No, it's a tree.
Oh, a tree.
Good. Yeah, right there. Yes, it is. Yeah, this is your kin. That's our grandma. And that's the headstone. So these are the
Watch your fingers, bud. But he was in a sanitarium there for a long time, and Bob and John Case weren't kids yet, but they were helping. But he had somebody that run the farm, while he was in that sanitarium. And I don't know how long, but it was a period of a year. And then he got out, and then this thing came up to go to America. He'd been out for some time.
One reason to go to America is to change the climate,
To change
and then
the
they end up
climate,
in Minnesota instead of Arizona?
Should have gone to Arizona instead of coming to Hollandale for the TB reason, because it would have been better in a dry climate, and instead they come to a place just like Holland again, you know. But that he died from cancer. Now that might have been the result of the TB, you know. That might have started it, because it was only 5 years after we got here that he passed away.
No,
how were you?
Just go back. She's been
I was 8 when he passed away.
I know as we were going out, she was asking where there was a phone.
He died of,
Well, he had gotten the farm all going and under production and the whole works, I guess.
Well, yeah, with Case primarily starting, you know, he was the oldest, and that's how. But together they did, right? He used to go along and.
Yeah.
But in Holland, wasn't he a dairyman rather than a farmer?
Yeah, they had dairy cows there too, right?
Tried to keep them in line.
And sheep. They all have sheep on there. There's no line. When you drive there.
Yeah. He was in the
What
hospital
about
at the
what
same
crops
time
were he?
Stan was.
Did you know what crops he grew in Holland?
No, I can't.
Lois, you never knew, did you?
Who?
What crops Granddaddy,
Raised in the Netherlands? No. No, I don't.
But I know it's been said so often that they should have, for his health reasons, they should have gone to a place like Arizona, dry climate.
Instead of all the dust.
However, and I have a feeling that that was that the cancer and tumor was a result, probably final result of the TB. Because he must have had a pretty good case of it, or he wouldn't have been in a sanitarium there for so long.
But there was a lot of TB in Holland, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was.
It was kind of a common.
I've heard that there were.
Well, years ago, it used to be more prevalent. Years ago, we had all the sanitarium or whatever. There too.
When now the drugs to treat it.
No.
All I know is that he had a tumor on one lung, and it finally it kept pressing the windpipe, and nothing they could do about it. The last several weeks, whatever it was, that they had to hold him up. Sitting up, he couldn't breathe. Laying down, he sat up. The three of them took turns holding him up in bed, and I think it was one, as I remember, probably one on each side, taking turns.
Okay, he was 52 then when he died. That's, I thought he was.
How old were you then?
8.
8.
Not quite.
Well, when was it?
He died in February. 29th.
Yeah.
Our dad, he was in California and then came back during all that time, I guess.
Yeah, because of the problem that they were having, they came back. He did. And then later, they all went back to California after Dad passed away.
Yeah.
One time too, a case went down and they traded. He had a coupe and a Dodge, and he traded that for a 4-door or 2-door or whatever, because I think he brought your folks back that time.
Case went to California, or worked in California?
Oh yeah, he went there. Bob did too.
Bob did too?
Yeah.
They work on a dairy?
On a dairy.
When I talked about a dairy sometimes.
Daddy drove a beer truck, didn't he?
He drove a taxi.
Okay, that's right.
He drove a taxi. One time he was there, and the next time, or the first time, he was working on a dairy farm. I know that.
But he worked for Goodrich Tire Company for a good while too.
Maybe he did.
And what did Uncle Bob do?
I don't know. I don't remember.
He went down to the ocean and
surfing.
He was surfing.
Because I don't fully remember, but I think that time that he went, that case brought them all back. And he traded cars so they had enough room.
He talked about when Grandpa died, it was February and it was so cold and so snowy, blizzardy, and they had no place to bury him. So they kind of bought this sight unseen in the middle of winter, and not knowing what it was going to be like.
And I do remember that, the snow, whether the snow plows or whatever they had, but that driveway was just full for the hearse to come in and everything. There was a lot of shoveling that had to be done. It was thick. The snow was really...
We used to get a lot of snow in that yard. Sometimes it'd be as high as a...
Oh, I know.
It sure turned out to be a nice location.
Yep.
We used to dig forts in
You
there.
could have forts in there.
Yeah.
It would be just high, really high.
I know, once we did.
I hear a rumor that you married my daughter.
And that was at a yellow bush.
No, I wasn't wrong.
No, was it? We have those yellow bushes. Those are gorgeous.
That's too great to do,
Should we get the Madelia?
Hey, do you want to be line or an age, or does the product want to be in the
Hurry.
Let's wait till the wind eases up, because that flap is lifting a little bit. We got to wait till it comes back down.
Gotta watch out for liftoff on Frederick.
Yeah. All right, I got. Anything, it's going to cover up the Madelia sign if you don't. The product stand up the Madelia sign, and then kind of. Then you get a little closer to it for shadow.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Okay, ready?
Read it.
Heads up and smile.
All right.
Because it was close to the school.
Very close to the school.
Yeah, like Donald said, I didn't lose any between the school and home.
He sat 2 inches higher when he got home. I'm taking pictures of water tower, that's what it is.
Did your parents belong to a church here, do you think? Would they have it on the church reference?
There was a church across. Can you get the front porch and everything too, Chuck?
I thought he was coming out to the fire club.
He wants to know what we're doing. So you guys settle with each other?
In Holland?
Yeah, Holland.
Some food coming by in a wagon.
How about
looking at where they used to live
now
back
taking
in
the
the-
video towards...
I just found out in town how this building is.
Oh, both those buildings are holding up.
Well, I don't know if there was a brick building beside the house. I'm saying there'd be a record inside of that building.
I think it is downtown.
There'd be a record inside of that building. They would know when the building was.
This is it. How about taking it just down Main Street here? Sure. No, there's the movie theater down there.
Oh, yeah.
I imagine if we went by the Chamber of Commerce and we got the historical societies, they probably all have old pictures.
Did you see a Chamber of Commerce?
I haven't seen one yet.
I haven't either. I haven't either.
Did they give a 10% senior discount to the shop? I wonder if somebody in the bank there could tell you what.
Nick, you know this guy here walking down the street?
Well, he looks familiar.
I've played with that on
Tell you where to go to find out.
There's
Who's the newspaper?
City Hall.
Oh, the City Hall?
Yeah.
Oh, they
So what I remember best
City Hall and
is
liquor
looking
store.
Oh my goodness. What a combination.
Go into City Hall.
So we're in beautiful downtown Madelia, right? Madelia, Minnesota, where Dick went to the first grade. Only the first grade? And here's the City Hall and liquor store. Here's Lois.
The historical center right here. Fourth Street. No, I think they might be open. They have, there's usually somebody there all the time. And, I don't know what their hours are. I think it's
I know, I can't really read it either.
Jesse James came in here with Brother Frank and conquered
Can you read
the
it
north
with his cell
side
phone?
of the
No, I can't read it.
Well,
Jesse James came to Northfield.
we'll come back this way.
Yeah, I can't pick it up.
Was in Northfield.
September.
Let's come back.
September.
We'll come back
21st,
this way.
1876. I can read
I
that.
can read that part. I was trying to bring it in the camera. It didn't do any good. That would be better by my naked eye.
That was Benzel he was talking about, huh? These houses could change so much in all these years.
Doesn't look like these houses have changed much, except for the
I
side.
don't think we had vinyl siding on it.
There could be a house built in between too, and
That tree's got to still be.
yeah, there's that little yellow house here.
What, the little yellow house?
Yeah. And they filled in the yard next door.
That's where the boys were born?
No.
No,
the house
that's
across
where
the
we were
street's
living.
gone. You see the
Yeah, and the
steps up
little
there?
apartment there on the side. See, this was a vacant lot where this old house is here.
Okay, that's where the
They took the cliff.
that's where the cliff was. Behind
The,
the
two,
house.
the big house, the cliff was next to the big house there.
A cliff?
And there's a church you had next door.
It seemed like a cliff back
Now, what was that down the street a block? Was that Friends or where? Because I know they,
Yeah, it was a
they had a
vacant lot
clothesline
back
down there too when we went visiting.
That was all open in the back.
See, this house is newer there, so it could have been an empty lot.
And the
Can you
clothesline,
hand me that counter that's up between
Yeah, where's Jimmy's
the
clothesline?
clothesline is where that junky stuff is here. We'd come out to the back door here.
Tom, you're not taking
Well,
pictures?
I can't hardly from this side of the car.
Oh.
That's right.
So we lived in this bottom floor, these windows right there.
We didn't live in the whole house.
In the back?
No,
Was this a duplex?
Oh, you just lived in the back.
no, on this side.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, on this side.
Yeah.
Okay.
On
All the way from the back
on
to the
ground floor, I
front.
think there were about 3 apartments in there.
Didn't we have a
Just
bath?
in there.
Didn't we have a
Straight right
bathtub in
there.
this house?
I don't remember that.
Did Daddy had home brew he made in it?
Was the garage back there?
No, and also where you see the window in front, that was a porch.
Oh, that was a
the
porch.
screen porch.
And the church was here at the time,
Yeah,
right?
The church was here.
I like
Church was right across the street like that?
Here's Jimmy's
How about
clothesline.
the well over there that we got?
Hang
Dick
on,
got.
my clothes.
Hey, Mama did wash you up outside by the well.
Where's the well?
Where is the well?
There's some concrete over there. I don't know if that's a well. There's some steps going
That's
back
from,
the back
that's from
porch.
that house.
I'll turn and go up the alley. Now you remember the picture of Uncle Dick standing next to Mama, and he's bending over, kind of to get down to her height? You remember that?
Yeah.
Seen it in our album? So that was about where that new house is, on that side, and that was in that open lot there. I remember when they took that picture. This garage was not here.
No.
And neither was that one, because I remember seeing the little lady who lived in the house on the corner over there. She fell one day and broke her hip.
Look at the lawnmowers. Look at all the old lawnmowers. My goodness.
So they had filled all this in to build this
Except,
house.
well, their garage is about on the level of the ground, wasn't it?
See, that hill was up there close to the street.
I
It
think
was on
they
the
dug
street
that
side
out
up in that
some.
corner. That far corner was the tallest hill, and this far corner over here.
Well, the hill wasn't near that steep the last time we saw it.
You were just a baby, because one of my jobs was to
And here's the
run you around in the Frederick in the buggy, because I tipped him over one day and he went rolling out here in the front. And I thought I was
I
in
do remember
trouble.
that one.
Thought I was in deep trouble, but he didn't cry, so I didn't get in trouble.
okay. Here's where the horse was running up this hill right here. This,
Yeah.
I think it's probably this street right here. We're on, isn't it?
Right up here?
Yeah, I think they did. Come around here, and some of them went up this way.
It was uphill. This little
You know,
hill was uphill.
there's a possibility this house could be in a house on that corner. That house looks relatively new.
Did you want to browse around in the... Getting over there? Did you want to browse
Tell
around a little bit?
me, what's the significance of this wood Dutch windmill here above you?
She doesn't
There
like
was-
being
that
on
was
your
the
camera.
first- Made it from plans that they had used in Sweden. Most of the mills around here were water driven, but this one was wind driven. The top could be turned so you'd catch the wind from any direction. And they built a replica of the mill according to the specifications at the Butterfield thrashing bee site at Butterfield. So that's in operation when they have Butterfield thrashing days in August. They grind flour and
So this was Indian country.
Huh?
This was Indian country. Sioux and Dakotas.
My goodness, Indian things are coming in.
Oh, here's the younger brothers. They were captured just outside of Madelia.
That's the outlaws?
Yeah, the younger brothers. Are they the ones that ran with the James brothers?
Yeah. They weren't from here, they were just killed here, right?
They were captured.
St. Clair County, they were killed in St. Clair County.
That's all we had.
Do you really?
Yeah. So that wasn't that long ago.
What, the stove?
Yeah. Remember, Mama was cooked on a wood stove.
Mom, that's what, so Mama or Mom?
Both.
I know Mom did, had a big stove. That's
Yeah.
That's what Kurt shot that bullet through the wall. That's
Yeah.
my stove. Stewart's Pharmacy.
Friends gathered to honor the arrival of James Arthur Hoogland. The Girls Club of East Lutheran Church presented a new wreath to the happy mother and father.
That area had of interest. I wonder if it'd be pretty good, that area.
Boy Scouts. Duffy, is that how you say it? Better livestock, big need.
Carol was born down at Travis House, and I was born in the house.
Jacobsons, I remember them. They lived close to us. And I remember they owned a store downtown. Did they give the address for that store? We played with the Jacobsons.
Friday night, Friday Saturday special. Oxnall, 19 cents a pack.
No address.
I guess it
Get it close.
He's dark-headed.
You want to take it in the library? The light is a little better in there. I just wanted to see who else was in the class. I thought that might, Green, Gilbert, Caswell. Those gals might, Florence Bazier.